Dogs breaking out.
24 here at Brookside.
28, these other dogs is breaking out also behind you.
It's going to fall on, one team's going to left. At least 2 more roundups coming by the end of this year, and I want them to think on that their day is going to be coming.
Folks, we were recently invited by Harlan County Sheriff Chris Brewer to ride along with the Sheriff's Department and witness firsthand a battle in the war on drugs in the Appalachian Mountains. The video you're about to see was shot in and around the city of Cumberland, Kentucky in northern Harlan County.
Where we go? Okay, you see it? Behind. Exactly. I'll just follow. Well, need to be safe.
This is Deputy Charles Bailey, Captain Charles Bailey, with the Sheriff's Department.
Hello, everyone.
We're riding with him, and you don't give us I mean, of course, you can't give too much information, but you got to.
Okay. What we're doing today, people, is we're trying to do a little mini drug roundup. I just want everybody out here in the Harlan County to know that we actively, every day, are attempting to combat the drug problem. Some days we have successes, and some days we don't. But today we're hoping to be successful and get some poison off the street and put some people in jail.
Yeah, and got to show the convoy here in front of us of sheriff's vehicles. And I want to point out right quick, you know, that this is not specific to Appalachia. Is the drug problem, whether in Philadelphia, Chicago, Atlanta, Los Angeles, they all struggle with this. This is an American problem. I just don't like it when they paint it as an Appalachian problem.
I tell people that we have all the same crime New York City has, they just have bigger numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
We have the same crimes all over the world, country. They just got more frequent.
I really believe the local departments, where they have enough funding, handles it better in these small towns than the big city ones does.
In my opinion, the only difference between us and the big cities is we don't have as much stranger on stranger crime here.
Yeah.
In the big city, you don't know who robs you here. It's usually somebody that's related to you or somebody that you know.
Well, you know, you dig deep enough in your family tree, and it's not unusual to find out that the arresting officer or the person he's arresting are distant cousins. You know,
that's absolutely correct for me. I have a lot of cousins, and I've arrested quite a few of them.
I like to arrest mine, but
there's probably a couple more I'd like to arrest too, but.
Looks like you got quite a few officers.
We do. Looks like we've got about 3 Chargers, 1 Crown Vic, and 2 Durangos, and a couple F-150s going on this. And I'd like to add that we have 4 Crown Vics currently in service and still going strong.
Wow.
The newest one is a 2010.
2010. The classic one. I will hate to see those completely go out of service. Anybody who watches these videos knows I am a huge Crown Vic fan.
It's just built solid, dependable. It's not the fastest car in the world, but it gets the job done.
I owned one myself at one point in time, and it was one of my favorite cars ever owned. I loved it. When you deal with drugs here, it's got to be depressing to deal with the collateral damage, I call it. Parents, grandparents, children.
It hits hard when you have to deal with children that are affected by the drug game, and the drugs just take a hold on people and they can't get away from it. A lot of them just can't get away from it, and it's a problem for them. And if it was just as easy as quitting, I imagine most of them would just quit.
Yeah, well, you know, I say this and I encourage people, don't give up hope. No matter how many times you went to rehab, the next time might be the time that works. But I know a lot of alcoholics who have been on the wagon for years, 20, 30, 40 years. And it's hard to find a person that's beat the drugs, though.
I tell you, people may not, it's contrary to what popular opinion is. As a police officer, we want to see these drug addicts succeed.
Oh, yeah.
We want to see them get off drugs and become good citizens and contributing members to society. We don't want to see you be a drug addict the rest of your life. We want to see you succeed, and it makes us happy when we see people that beat the drugs and go on to be good people.
Well, unfortunately,
good members of society.
If you don't beat the drugs, the rest of your life is usually not very long.
The drugs will beat you if you don't beat them.
It's usually not very long.
And anymore, with all the fentanyl that comes in to the country, it's just playing roulette every time you choose to partake in controlled substance. You're taking a chance.
What is the number one drug you're having to deal with here?
Meth and fentanyl. Heroin is making heroin's here. I never thought when I became a police officer about 18 years ago, I thought heroin, we'll never see heroin in Harlan County. And then it started trickling in about 10 years ago. But now it's, every 2 or 3 arrests, you're going to see heroin.
Wow, I thought that died with disco.
It's back.
I thought it was a 70s issue.
Heroin and fentanyl, my understanding, are a lot cheaper. And meth's a cheap drug too, You don't arrest people for cocaine because cocaine's so expensive. It don't come into the country. It does, but it doesn't trickle down here to the street level.
Yeah.
But meth and heroin and fentanyl is our three biggest. That's the three things. And fentanyl is just so potent.
Yeah, it's exceptionally dangerous, isn't it?
It is.
And don't they mix it with something and make it even
They
worse
use the
sometimes?
fentanyl. They mix it with all the other drugs.
Wow. Well, you look at some videos of there's one street in Philadelphia, I think, where you've got all these people doing what I call the fentanyl lean, where they're just bent over and standing there like zombies. And if you can watch one of those videos and not get a tear in your eye, you're tougher than I am. It's really sad.
Like I said, we want to see people succeed. We want to see you get off drugs. We want to see you,
Well, like I said, especially back in the mountains, like you said, you know everybody.
You're related to them.
Let me ask you something I'm curious about. I was talking about the collateral damage. You see a lot of grandparents out with, it's grandparents because you see these older people my age and older out with these little toddlers. And you kind of got a pretty good idea why.
They're raising their grandchildren.
Yeah, but it seems like these couples always ends up getting in it together, or one of them drags the other one down. Husbands and wives, boyfriends and girlfriends. Is that the case?
That normally is the case. Every so often, just one parent will be, an addict or whatever, and the other one will just leave them or whatever. But a lot of the times, they cohabitate. It's a shared behavior and a shared addiction.
The thing my wife and me was talking about just a couple of days ago is the folks that takes advantage of these addicts. They are predators out there that takes advantage of them because these addicts will still do anything to get money and support their habit. And unfortunately, there's people out there willing to take advantage of that.
There are absolutely people willing to take advantage of it. They're willing to give them $50 to go do this or do that or whatever.
Yep.
And they'll do it, and they know it.
Yep. So really, you look at something like this, and it's the best thing that can happen to an addict, is they need to be in a controlled environment where they can maybe get off of it, because they're going to die on the streets eventually.
That's a distinct possibility. And since we've seen a lot of overdose deaths this year, and hopefully,
if I had a kid that had that problem, I'd turn him in myself, because like I said, in a controlled environment, at least you got a chance.
And anyone out there has an addiction and wants to get help, they can either come to Kentucky State Police and ask about the Angel Initiative, or come to the Sheriff's Office, and we'll make every effort to get them into a rehab that day.
Wow.
Anybody that wants to come, needs help, just tell them to show up and say they want to go to rehab. We'll make every effort we can to get them in there.
And please, if you're watching this video, please do that. And please, if you've tried before, try one more time.
Ready? Van at the PD?
Down here, you wanted the PD?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
We'll rock it from there.
Where we going to?
Teams and get ready to split up and start.
Okay.
Load them up.
We're going to one location to flow. I'd say the group going to New York section is where it's going to be the best.
Okay.
567 headquarters, 10-8.
Careful.
Hey, dude, if you don't care, come up here and get this female. The other one's hitting the wall.
So far we're 4 for 4, so we've hit our first 4 targets. I hope I don't curse us and we don't get nobody else, but we're off to a great start so far.
Let's get it.
Hey, Moose, you talking about this place right here?
We searched, me and Moose did.
Hey, we're down here. We get ready to go 98. They still over at Southeast Staging area. section to assist other units.
Okay, you don't have anything on you, okay? The seat's clean, it's spotless, there's nothing in there.
Unit
If
1,
you got something on you, you need to let me know that. Okay.
railroad spray. I think there's around 2 wheels up there. I'll be up to the
Justin, do it to the Justice Center. We just laid them on the van. We're going to the next load. Cumberland Police Department. This is where we're our staging area for us, and we'll be transporting individuals arrested today in this roundup from Cumberland Police Department down to the Harlan County Justice Center for processing.
Got this guy, Ledger County. You want to roll with me, maybe Jason. I'm going to let the rest of it fly and grab him. Hold on, one team's going to Ledger County.
Let me give. Just take mine for now.
Find your back, okay? Put your hands back. Okay.
Just take mine for now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, I was like.
I got you.
Be right there.
Are all of these arrests you're making today drug related?
This is what we would call a drug roundup. All these arrests are someone who has sold drugs to either an undercover officer or a cooperating witness inside the county of Harlan County. So all these people are per se drug dealers.
Wow. So all that is some drugs off the street.
It's drugs off the street and people who are selling them.
Go ahead.
It's got a lot of dogs.
2. That'd be 44 with John 1 X-ray 242. John 1 X.
She got most of them put up. Dogs breaking out.
44 here at Brookside.
28, these other dogs is breaking out also behind you. .36. Copy, these dogs is breaking out behind you. Or make sure you keep your eye on head on swivel.
Appreciate it. 155, 160. Good.
No trespassing. No state police. No sheriff's department. No Cumberland police. No K9 dog unit. No feds of any kind. No police officer of any. Stop. Thank you, the honors. I'm not sure of the effectiveness of that sign. How many major crimes, like serious felonies, do you guys deal with, say on a weekly basis, monthly, daily, whatever, that's not drug related at all?
Unfortunately, most of the crimes are either directly related to the drug related in Harlan County here. Mostly property crimes relate back to drug and drug use. don't really have that many serious felonies that are not related to drugs one way or the other.
So that's why you guys take the drugs so serious, because if you didn't have the drug problem, you would have a very small serious crime problem.
That's it. The drugs, they just get a hold on people, and so we're just trying to help everybody we can and try to make the county a better place to live.
How many of the crimes, because I hear from people, that a lot of the crime, I don't know if it's a majority or not, is committed against family members, parents, they get robbed and stuff with the kids.
Most of the time around here, the property crimes that are related to drug use is usually family related. Unfortunately, it's someone taking advantage of their grandma or grandpa or something, taking something from them because they know that their family's less likely to prosecute them if they do get caught.
And also, I guess they know the houses and stuff too, because
they know the layout, they know where the good stuff's at.
Yeah, that's a real shame.
It is, but that's just how it is anymore.
So we're wrapping up for the day, finishing up a drug roundup in the Tri-Cities area of the county. This is something that's took 8 to 9 months of investigations. It's been several hours of just doing surveillance on residents, following through with the road deputies. Cumberland PD has helped us out quite a bit on this, just doing traffic stops, checking people as they leave these residents, and of course the hard work of our undercover narcotics detectives at the Harlan County Sheriff's Office. And we've picked up about 10 to 11. I don't have the total count right now. We will be doing a press release. And I'll just say I want to thank the Cumberland Police Department, District 3 Constable C. Wayne Creech, Harlan Police Department. They came to help us out, and we've got an individual that's been running from Cumberland to Harlan that's been transporting quite a bit of methamphetamine. So they've helped us out on this. And the Letcher County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Mickey Stein sent some of his deputies, and Whitesburg Police Department came with them, and we got 2 individuals in Letcher County about a half a mile out from the Harlan County line. But it's something that we take a lot of pride in, trying to work hard for these communities. And I'll say this, we're nowhere near finished. We've got several warrants that's still pending. There's going to be multiple arrests that's going to carry on through this. It's just, you never get them on one whack, but we're going to keep working, and we're actually setting on enough warrants where we can probably do 2 more roundups. We're just strategically waiting when to hit that. And part of it's just fear factor. We want drug traffickers, they're out here every day, making it hard on people that live in these communities. So we want them to think, is this today they're going to show up and arrest us? So I want them to know that we've got at least 2 more roundups coming by the end of this year. And I want them to think on that their day is going to be coming. If you would like to report any type of drug trafficking, anything that you might even suspect is drug trafficking, call the Harlan County Sheriff's Office at 573-1313. You can go to harlancountysheriff.com, submit a tip that's completely anonymous. It does not say a name where that comes from, and you can also message our social media and we'll follow up on it.
We want to thank Captain Charles Bailey of the Harlan County Sheriff's Department, Harlan County Sheriff Chris Brewer, especially for inviting us along to get an inside look at the Sheriff's Department battle the drug problem in Appalachia. It was an eye-opening experience to watch these gentlemen work. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Captain, for inviting us along.
Not a problem. Glad to have you. Can't wait to have you back again.
Oh, we look forward to it. Folks, I hope this brings a better understanding and appreciation to just what goes into fighting drugs back here in the mountains. And like I said at the beginning of this video, drugs are a problem all over America, especially in the cities. If anything, a lot of these local departments has a better handle on it than the big city ones does. But at any rate, thank everybody for participating in this. Pray for the folks with drug problems, and if you have a drug problem, contact somebody and get help. Like he said at the beginning of the video, go in and talk to them. They'll help you out. They'll hook you up with rehab. We appreciate everybody for watching. Appreciate it. At the end of these videos, we usually say bye. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. No trespass. No state police. No sheriff's department. No Cumberland police. No canine dog or unit. No feds of any kind. No police officer of any kind. Stop. Thank you, the owners.